So, fan culture is basically killing us. What I mean by this is you are constantly seeing this new fan culture where it's like, oh, I am a fan of this particular influencer or this particular cricketer, and anybody who says against him, I'm going to go fight with him. Whereas the actual creator or the actual cricketer or the Bollywood star doesn't really even know you or cares about you. Like, they don't give a shit about you. You're just good PR to them, very frank. And it's this one new thing where people have associated themselves with something bigger. Like they try to associate themselves with something bigger, but they are actually a nobody, and like everybody just shits upon them and moves ahead. It's a joke now, right? I saw a few people who were constantly fighting against, like not constantly fighting, like as in constantly tweeting against other people, other creators, and they were tweeting for this one other creator who at that time I believe had one big boss like that, and they were just fighting for absolutely no reason. And I went on a space with them, so it was like a close 10 people space, something like that, and I was just talking to them. I was like, okay, so tell me, why do you feel so deeply about it? Is like, are you anyways associated with this expert? And they were like, no, but have you seen his podcasts? Have you seen his videos? He's such a nice, like good hearted person, such a nice person. And he's so caring. He deserves his fame. The other person doesn't deserve his fame. He's a con artist, whatever, etc., etc. And 5 minutes into that conversation, I was like, shit, this guy is more brainwashed than most people are in their entire life. It's not like the creator has brainwashed him. He has brainwashed himself, or she has brainwashed himself. Like, love the other person so much that your personal identity, because his Twitter account was with like had a name of the creator itself, and then had a fan page behind him. It was like she or he, whatever, was a fan, so diehard fan that their Twitter ID would be that name, and then they would do Twitter spaces in support of that person. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. You have to understand how insane that is, that someone is rooting for another person just because they exist. And they have never met this person. So they don't know who they are and how they are in real life. Then, like, to be very honest, how I believe is you can never know how a person is until unless you do business with them, unless you get like you be around them for a while, you do some sort of something with them, like maybe do a business agreement, or maybe do some sort of like a road trip or something like that with them, which takes prolonged time together. Until unless you've done something like that, you don't really know how the other person is. And this person came down to a conclusion through YouTube videos and through Big Boss. Like, I was like, fuck yeah, so much for a personality. And this is ruining people because you know his entire achievement was that one of his videos, one of his edits that he had made for this particular creator went and had 1 million views. So he was like, I have now contributed in this creator's journey to win Big Boss. Like, that's his achievement. Like, I was stunned because, I mean, to do something for another person who doesn't even know you, who is a mega creator, who is absolutely insanely famous, right? And put your time and effort and to feel an achievement when you are not getting rewarded with it, you are not getting anything out of it. Just were just motivated to do that because of this other creator, the other person who doesn't even know you. So you got that 1 million views for him, advertising for him, like free advertising for him, and felt good about it. Like it was when I was talking to him, I felt that he had one of the lowest self esteem, lowest personal personality, because everything that he said in that space, in that Twitter space, was all about that other person. Nothing about him. Nothing that he has associated. So I felt pity on it. And yes, even while making this video, when I'm thinking about it, I know what the words that I'm using, and words have some weight, but I really genuinely did feel pity on him. And anytime I would try to counter him, like anytime I would try to ask him question which was not favoring that this creator was the almighty, or this creator, like when and anytime I said that, okay, but what about this creator being associated with this particular scam, or what about this creator associated with this particular issue, he would negate that. He would be like, he would get very angry, as if I have said something about wrong about his god. It would be like, it to me felt like this creator had become his religion. Like all that he wanted to do was to defend that religion. And I'm seeing a lot of people do this. It's not of just a few people. People are now protecting politicians. People are now defending politicians. They're becoming the mouth of their politicians. People are now, and from the both sides, whether you're left or whether you're right, whether you're in India or whether you're in America. So when you grow up and you understand that people are becoming voices for other people without them doing anything, sometimes I feel like I want to be in the place of that creator. I want to be in the place of that um, you know politician or that Bollywood actor. But in fact, to be very honest, to have fans is also an issue. I don't have any fandom or anything. I don't really have any followers. It's like very small following on Twitter or on Instagram. But I've got some views, right, on my Instagram and on my Twitter. With these views, the few views that I've got, I've understood how weird it is. Like with very small amount of views, I got so much amount of hate and so much amount of like people who were trying to, who were like DMing me with this, saying things like, "Oh, you are my inspiration," or "Oh, you are so inspiring, can you teach me," and all that stuff. That I understood that all of these people, have this created this particular, like, who basically are the ones who, type like I try to call them the NPC people, but these NPC who all they have is like follow the other guy, either pull him down or push him up. They have this thing where it's like their personal life is so small, or their personal life so less achievements, that their their entire life follows around or moves around another third person. Okay, their personal life is so small that when if they can drag someone down or if they can push someone up, so they won't drag themselves down or push themselves up, if they can do that for someone else, then they would feel that their life is complete. And it's tragic. But you need these kind of followers, because if you don't have these kind of followers, I mean, how the fuck you're gonna make? So it's a little funny, but it's sad to see that, but it's how it is, how things are. And some of these people also, like I would say, this is probably a small part of some creators following. This might be just about 10 to 20% of their following. I would probably say the majority following of these creators. So there are some creators who would just put in a story, and then there would be hundreds or thousands of people surrounding them in a stadium or something like that. I'd say probably 80% of that audience is like is an audience who doesn't really absolutely love you, but it would still show up, so that if they can benefit out anything out of that particular um can say a meetup or that particular opportunity, they would want to be there. So like they're there and there for that small chance of, I would say, getting lucky. It's like a small chance that this creator notices you and you become a new sensation, because this creator has a lot of views, right? Like everybody wanna like if you look at these creators, they have like hundreds of millions of people viewing them every day. Like the way people view them is like not just their YouTube videos or Instagram reels, but also other people creating videos or reels about them, right? So when you see this huge audience was all but, you know I would say, mad about this one creator and one person, it's crazy. Like um I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I have this thing where that I forget what I wanted to say after a while. But yeah, this my entire video is about that you don't want to be in this place. You don't want to be in this place where you're worshipping somebody else. You want to probably have your own mind. Okay. And if you like someone, you can just encourage their work, and they just move ahead. If someone is a good actor, he's just a good actor. If someone is a good someone's good at football, if someone's good at cricket, someone's good at making YouTube videos, they're just good at that. Try not to associate them with with a religious figure, because people also do one more thing, is that when these people fail, or when these people do bad in their life, or these people do something wrong, people start acting as if they are not human beings. People start acting and expecting things out of them as a role model. Dude, those people are human beings. You can't expect them to just be like a god. You can't expect them to be an idol figure. They are human beings. So it would be nice for you yourself treat other people as human beings and to be not a follower but have some of your own brain and be not a sheep. You can do that. I mean, that would probably benefit you in the long term. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next. Bye bye.